third baseline. So it's going to be 3 balls and 1 strike, I believe, to Aiden Kennedy here. 1 down, bottom of the first inning. CSP up 2-0. And there's a hit hard ball to third base. That's going to be Blake Kopta, and they're going to call him safe. Pulled Bryce off the bag a little bit with the throw. That was a hard shot. Blake did good to knock that thing down. So that's going to be probably a first. It's going to be a single, I think. That thing will hit pretty hard.
Yeah, that was a good, Blake knocked it down and probably held him to a single because that ball was really hard hit. And I think if Bryce had left his foot on the bag, I'm not sure why he jumped, but had he left his foot on the bag, I think they had him.
That's going to be ball 1 high for the number 3 batter for the Trojans. Looks on. As soon as he turns, we'll get a number for you.
This is going to be number 17, Dustin Hendricks, batting for Southwestern. Ball in the dirt there. Good stop by Michael Willink behind the plate today.
So this should be a pretty good season for the CSP Wolfpack. We got a lot of experienced kids out there. Played a lot of baseball over the years, so this is kind of our first opportunity to kind of see what we got here. But certainly the stars are aligned this year if everything works out. That's going to be a big swing and a foul tip off of Micah's helmet. Kind of wake him up back behind home plate a little bit. Everybody looks to be all right. So that's going to be a foul ball. Yeah, you were talking about the field a little bit. I wasn't real sure. My yard looks pretty good on the top, but you start walking around and it gets really muddy in a hurry. This one looks to be pretty good shape.
Yeah, it does.
There's another foul ball straight back here. Kind of in the residential section here in Lakewood, so the houses along the first baseline are certainly within foul ball distance.
Dustin is having a good at bat here for Southwestern, making Curtis work, and we'll see if we can get a strike here.
Going to be a look over to first base, no throw. Being the first game of the season for the Wolfpack, and they got 3 games lined up this week, right in a row, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday here. Pitch count's probably going to start to come into play on some of this. 1, because it's the first game of the year. 2, so we got a swing and a miss on the batter. It's going to be 2 outs, and on the swing, Aiden Kennedy goes to second base. But that's going to be 2 outs, so that's going to be a swinging strike, 3 by the batter, and Kennedy makes his way over to second base. So 2 down, top of the first, 2-0 Wolfpack.
And the cleanup hitter for Southwestern is Spencer Kane, number 14, playing second base in the infield.
So anyway, like I was talking about the pitch counts here. The way New York State sets the pitch count up, you can pitch the next day if you keep it under 30 pitches. And it goes 65, you got to have 2 days rest. And that's going to be a ball high and outside. Micah gathers it up, no harm, no foul. Everybody stays where they're at. Aiden Kennedy on second base, 2 down. Kane up to bat for the Trojans. And a swing on a nice pitch by Curtis. Swing and a miss.
Curtis is a big kid, throws hard, comes over the top nicely, and really solid. Should be a real solid pitcher for CSP as we go through the year.
It looked like a curveball, kind of jammed him. And that's going to be an easy play for the shortstop, Trent Berchanowski. So that goes 6-3, and we're going to be 2-0 CSP Wolfpack at the bottom of the first inning here. I don't have any plays. I forgot. This isn't football. We had automatic ads to play here, so now we're just going to have to read these things, which is okay. So Lictus Oil and Propane, funding for this Channel 1998 sports stream broadcast comes from Lictus Oil and Propane in Clymer. Family-owned Lictus Oil and Propane continues to supply liquids and fluids for agriculture, industry, and homeowners. Heating oil and propane services and off and on diesel fuel services are also offered. The Channel 98.9 sports stream thanks Lictus Oil and Propane for their continued support. Funding for this broadcast on the Channel 98.9 Lictus Oil and Propane sports stream is provided in part by J. Edwards Insurance, with offices at 9 East Main Street in Panama and 800 West 3rd Street in Jamestown. J. Edwards Insurance is an independent insurance service providing auto, business, farm, and homeowners insurance. We treat you like family. Online at jedwards.com. Best of luck to the Wolfpack this season from J. Edwards Insurance, serving New York and Pennsylvania since 1957. Coverage of CSP Wolfpack Baseball play-by-play is provided in part by Damon Energy. Since 2019, Damon Energy has been serving Southwestern New York and Northwestern PA with energy solutions for your residential and business needs. The Power Perks Rewards Program, as well as the Free Energy Program, are available for both electricity and natural gas. More info at damonenergy.com or phone Craig at 716-490-7694. Best of luck to the Wolfpack from Damon Energy. So as we work our way through the end of the first inning here into the second, we were talking, Wolfpack lines up 3 in a row here to kind of get their season started. Mother Nature has not been kind to the schedule, so that's kind of thrown a monkey wrench into spring sports, which it usually does. So this isn't anything new, but we should have had 3 or 4 games in already. But typical, we're going to probably cram about everything we have into about 3 weeks worth of playing.
Yeah, that's right, and that's where pitching comes into play. Having good depth, on the pitching staff is critical to making this work.
So Aiden Kennedy deals to, I believe that's Trent Burchanowski down there.
Yes, this is going to be Trent up to bat.
And that's going to be an 0-2 or 2-0 pitch, 2 balls, no strikes to Trent Burchanowski. Aiden Kennedy on the mound for the Trojans. Trent, long, deep fly ball to kind of left center field. Southwestern's guys kind of misplay it, and that's going to give Trent into a standing second base. I'm not going to call it a double. I'm probably going to call that an error possibly on the center fielder. But anyway, regardless, Trent's going to end up on second base with a stand-up. So already in the second inning here, we got action. So this is fantastic.
Yeah, and I think, anytime, whether that ball's on the ground or in the air, and whether you're playing Little League or whether you're playing high school, bat on the ball is always important. You want to put pressure on the defense to make a play, and that's exactly what Trent did there.
And a little dribbler up the middle, and Kennedy and the first baseman, actually the second baseman, came over to make the play, and there's a little mishandle there, and that's going to allow Trent to score from second, and Curtis is going to be on first base as a result of an error on the throw over.
Yeah, Blake Kopta. Blake did a nice job putting down a sacrifice bunt that fortunately for CSP, Southwestern mishandled, and that allowed Trent to come around and score. And Blake's now on first with number 7 Tate Katniss up to bat.
So once again, Aiden Kennedy on the mound, looking to move Blake Kopta around. He's on first base. Another sack bunt that we're looking to get down. It goes off the first baseline, foul ball.
Playing a little small ball.
Yeah,
here.
we are.
You don't see that very often. Particularly in the majors, you pretty much, that's non-existent.
They threw that playbook out years ago in the majors. You can't hit it for power. You're just not going to make it.
The analytics tell you to swing as hard as you can, and
Tate takes a curveball. Strike 2 on Tate. Catches the outside corner. Right-handed hitting Tate Katniss. And it's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3 for Tate. So he's going to go down swinging for his first at bat.
Tate, just a freshman. We got a couple freshmen on the varsity squad this year in Bryce Hinsdale and Tate, who should they should all see considerable action.
Another younger player that we were hoping to see some action out of was Grant Lictus, but it looks like he's going to be out for the season with a foot ailment, so we're not going to see much of him this year, unfortunately. There's a curveball that misses. I'm not sure if that went behind or in front of him, but anyway, that's going to be a ball.
And this is number 2, Ian Dunewald, up to bat for CSP, batting 9th and playing right field.
Heads up. Ooh, foul ball off the windshield of the Toyota 4Runner over here, so I didn't hear a smash, but
that may be in a bad spot.
I think that,
to park right there.
yeah.
Because that one may have left a mark.
That one wasn't a line drive variety by any stretch, but it definitely, I'm not sure if it got the metal or the windshield, but anyway, it definitely made contact over there. So that's going to be 2 strikes on Ian Dunewald. Going to be ball a little low and outside for Maiden Kennedy. I believe we're 2 balls, 2 strikes. Blake Hopta still on first base, waiting to advance. There's the line driver to right field, right at the right fielder. He makes a good play on it out here. He got good wood on that, just hit it right to him.
Yeah, really good contact by Ian. Just right at him, unfortunately.
Yep. So that's going to be a put out, and that's going to be 2 down here for the CSP Wolfpack.
Gets us to the top of the order with Austin White, who walked his first at bat, ended up scoring in the first inning.
Throw over to first base. No harm, no foul. Everybody back in plenty of time. Called strike by the home plate umpire. Austin White, left-handed hitting Austin White. This lineup does have some lefties in it. So.
Yeah, we're very top-heavy at the top of this order with lefties.
Yep.
We go Austin lefty, Bryce lefty, Gabe Roth is our one righty in the top 4, and then followed in the cleanup spot by Micah, who's batting left-handed. So
ball high. Kind of a delayed steal there from Blake Hopta. No throw. Goes into second base standing up. So 2 down. Blake Hopta on second. 2-2 count to Austin White here. Southwestern sets the defense. Called strike 3. So that's going to do it for the Wolfpack in the top half of the second. Austin White goes down looking. So that's a backwards K for those of you scoring at home. So,
yeah.
Game Changer has been my friend for a few years, and we were talking about putting this program together, and I was like, man, Game Changer's great, but they don't wait for you. You get a little behind.
I will admit, over the past couple days, I YouTubed to keep the book, because we've been involved in baseball pretty much for the last 10 years in some form or fashion, and I've never kept the book.
Yep. Well, usually you're busy doing other things.
Either one of our wives keeps the book, or we, for a period of time, particularly later on, we use the Game Changer app, and so you just kind of plug in what you're doing, and the thing does it itself.
Yeah.
But so yeah, we got our little score sheets up here, and we're figuring it out.
So funding for coverage of CSP Baseball on the Channel 98.9 Lictus Oil and Propane Sports Stream is provided in part by First Place Auto Glass of Jamestown. Owner Glass Tech Robert Leonard from Panama installs automotive glass and works with all major insurance companies. We thank First Place Auto Glass, 716-450-0847, or on Facebook. Support for Wolfpack baseball coverage on the Channel 98.9 Lictus Oil and Propane Sports Stream is provided by Sherman Livestock at 4150 Sherman Mayville Road. Cattle auctions are held every Tuesday and Thursday. Horse and tacker every third Saturday of the month. More info at 716-499-1362 and also on Facebook.
All right, leading off the bottom of the second for Southwestern is number 10, Lucas Gilbert. He's behind the plate today for Southwestern. So catching for Aiden Kennedy today and batting fifth.
That's going to be a ball a little bit short of the plate. Makes its way to the screen. Nobody on, so no foul.
Really pretty good crowd here today, to be honest with you, Brian.
I think everybody's got a little spring fever.
Yeah.
Cabin fever. Get the heck out of the house.
Yeah, we got a good crowd and beautiful day for it. And, I got out of the car today and it thought to myself, it kind of smells like spring. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, after what seemed like a winter that just wouldn't give up, man, Sunday was tough. I was not in a good mood on Sunday. Snowing, cold, windy for the 450th day in a row, it felt like. So we got 3-1 to Mr. Gilbert, and that's going to put him on. That's going to be a 5-pitch walk for Curtis. So that's going to be put a base runner on for the Southwestern Trojans, and that's going to bring up
Jace Neal. Jace Neal, number 12. Jace is playing right field for Southwestern. It'll be important now for CSP to try to, anytime you lead off an inning with a walk, you fight the entire. You can fight the entire inning to keep that guy from scoring. So it'll be interesting to see if CSP is able to do that.
Curtis throws. First ball was a ball. Now we throw over to first base. Everybody's safe. So we're down 0-1. So that's 4 or 5 balls here to start the second inning off for Curtis. So get him back on the strike train here. Big swing and a miss from the Southwestern Trojan left fielder. So that's going to be 1 ball, 1 strike.
Pretty good sized lead that Lucas Gilbert is getting at first, and there he goes.
Yep. Throw down to second from Micah. Good throw, good tag, and he's just close. Underneath it. Man, that was close.
That was very close.
Yep. He had a big jump, and I tell you what, that was close. That was a good exchange from Micah to Trent, and everything looked good on that part of it. He just kind of slid underneath it. That was close.
Yeah, everything worked well there. The runner ran hard and had a good slide. Micah made a great throw. Trent made a great tag, and it was a close play.
So we got 1 ball, 1 strike to the batter. Looking to sacrifice. That's going to be a foul ball back to the backstop. So now we're going to be 1 ball, 2 strikes. So that might be the end of the sacrificing for this batter. I didn't happen to see the paper today, but somebody mentioned that Southwestern, they thought they played yesterday. Do you know anything about that?
I don't. I know that there were a handful of games over the weekend. In fact, I think there was 4 games on Saturday at the new complex at Salamanca, I believe, which if anybody's had a chance to visit that, we have a pass ball, swing and a miss on a pass ball, which is going to advance. That's going to be
a drop third strike. Yep.
Advance the runner from second to third. So we got first and third with no outs.
No outs here in second.
But I think they had Jamison Walsh is up next. Number 8, Jamison Walsh, who is playing shortstop for Southwestern and batting 7th. But what I was saying, Brian, I think that complex at Salamanca, new turf baseball field, turf football field. I think they've actually got a couple lacrosse, soccer fields there. A beautiful facility, and around here, as long as you've got turf, you could probably you can get some games in early on, in particular. Yep. And I think they had 4 different games. I don't think they were all Salamanca, but there were 4 different games on Saturday.
There's a big swing and a miss for Walsh. Curtis down 2 balls to 1 strike here. But yeah, that Salamanca facility we were supposed to play there to open the season up. I'm not sure we're going to make that work or not. We got a pop-up. It's going to be Bryce Hinsdale calling everybody off, and he makes a nice play just to the right of the pitcher's mound. So that's going to be 1 down for the Trojans. The runners do not advance, so we're still second and third. But we do have 1 out now. That's going to bring up their number 8 batter.
Josh Trower, number 15, playing first base in the infield, is up to bat for Southwestern.
Thanks for Kyle for running down and getting all these names while I was messing around with the technology out here. So we kind of divide and conquer here this first day. We'll get it, folks.
We will
hang with us here.
We can only go up from here.
Exactly right. Got the generator, figured out how to make that thing work, so we're in great shape. There's a partial swing. He said he went, so now we got 2 strikes on Mr. Trower. 1 down, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Curtis Olson on the mound for CSP.
What we like to do, Brian, particularly on second and third, when we were coaching kids, we always try to tell them, okay, as the pitcher is getting ready to pitch, think about where am I going to go with the ball if it's hit to me, because there's a number of options here, particularly on the infield, on where they can go, depending on where it goes. Ideally you're looking back the third base runner and going to first to get the out, but it's really important for these guys to be thinking, okay, if the ball's hit to me, where do I want to go? So that when the ball's in their glove, they're not having to make that decision. They know immediately where I want to go with it.
Well, kind of the good thing, bad thing about the delayed start to the season here. They've had plenty of practice to work situational stuff, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But kids being kids, sometimes that gets a little monotonous. So we got a pop-up to the right-hand side of the infield. Bryce Hinsdale puts that one away. So we got 2 down here. Caught it about right where the coach's box is, just off the first baseline. So that was a pop-up. 2 down. Still have guys on second and third. Nobody advanced. So Curtis, he's dealing pretty good so far. No harm, no foul at this point.
Yeah, number 11, Brody Larson, up to bat for Southwestern. He's playing center field for the Trojans. And first pitch is foul ball.
Foul ball, back to the fence.
This is a key out for CSP if they're able to get out of this inning after giving up the initial walk and then
a stolen base.
Yeah, that would be key.
Good block there by Micah. Ball in the dirt from Curtis, so we're 1-1.
And it's probably hard to see on the video, but the backstop is quite a ways back there. So my guess is a pass ball. Most kids are going to be able to score from third.
And not only is it a ways back there, it looks like they got some padding on there. So if a ball hits that, it's not bouncing back toward you; it's just going to drop. Yeah, this is a little unusual for high school.
Another good stop there by Micah.
Going to earn his dinner tonight.
maybe his dad will buy him something on the way home.
See if we can get the bat going. There's a strike from Curtis. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, no runs. Man on second and third. Curtis Olson dealing for the CSP Wolfpack here. Swing and a miss. Big out.
Big strikeout for Curtis there, and a great half inning for CSP to get out of that.
Sure was. Test your mettle just a little bit right there coming out of the gate. That's great. This is a non-league game, so, not that we're not trying to win all these, but, if you can get your feet wet, so to speak, just a little bit on these ones and kind of figure out what the baseball feels like to be hit off of somebody else's throw besides a coach, that's a good thing. Coverage of CSP Wolfpack Baseball is provided in part by White Land Surveying and Clymer, providing land surveys for clients in Chautauqua, Cattaraugus counties in New York, and Erie, Warren, and Crawford counties in PA. Phone 716-499-8410 or online at mwhitepls.com. Once again, funding for this Channel 98.9 Sports Stream broadcast comes from Lictus Oil and Propane in Clymer. Family-owned, Lictus Oil and Propane continues to supply liquids and fluids for agriculture, industry, and homeowners. Heating oil and propane services and off and on diesel fuel services are also offered. The Channel 98.9 Sports Stream thanks Lictus Oil and Propane for their continued support. This Wolfpack broadcast is brought to you in part by Arlene's Dutch Kitchen Restaurant and Becky's Bakery at 104 East Main Street in Sherman. Arlene's offers breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Becky's Bakery features Amish-style baked goods at 716-234-4002 or Arlene's Dutch Kitchen on Facebook. Support for coverage of CSP Baseball on the Channel 98.9 Lictus Oil and Propane Sports Stream is provided by Triple E Manufacturing in Sherman. Triple E offers equine products, promotional items, embroidery, and printing services. 800-295-4282 or online at tripleemfg.com. So while we're in between innings here, what's been going on with your kids in your life there, Kyle? What's Garrett up to these days?
Well, he was home for the weekend. We had a chance to go up Friday night to the Sabres game.
Was that the RJ night?
Which was the RJ night. And I'll tell you, I'm only 44, and so I've not had a lot of great Buffalo sports moments. But I will tell you that Friday night was one of the top 5 sports moments that I've had, got to experience. It was the Sabres did a wonderful job at the beginning of the ceremony, and then just throughout the night there were multiple recognitions for RJ. The Sabres played well. They had 19,000 people there, which was about 7,000 more than their highest attendance all year, and ended up winning. It was a great environment, great game. Ended up winning. RJ came out on the ice afterwards, and it just was a very cool moment. And everybody stayed till the very end, and yeah, it was a really.
And the Sabres won too, right?
And the Sabres won 4-3. It was a great moment, and hopefully that's a sign of things to come. It's a really nice young team, and hopefully they can get some things turned around.
All right, as we start the top of the third inning here, Bryce Hinsdale is going to lead us off for the CSP Wolfpack. Left-handed Bryce going to take a strike on the outside corner. Southwestern hanging in there with Aiden Kennedy. The thing I don't have doing the manual book here is the pitch counts, so I was going to kind of try and watch that just a little bit, but our statistician is on strike, so we're going to have to just muddle through here. But anyway, there's another hard-hit ball. Bryce Hinsdale, line drive, right past the shortstop out into left field. He's going to be rounding first. That was a heck of a nice hit. Inside out on that swing and just went with it. So good piece of batting there by Brycer.
Yeah, good hit by Bryce, and it's 2 solid at bats for him.
Had to double over here.
Had it not been for a little bit of a base running error, he would have been fine. But let's see if we can get something going here.
So that brings Gabe Roth up to the plate. Junior Gabe Roth from Panama, right hitting, going to take a strike on the outside corner from Aiden Kennedy. So 0-1. But getting that first base runner on the base paths is a big thing here, just like what Southwestern tried to do last inning. That first base runner sometimes is an omen. That one's going to be a ball on the outside corner, 1-1.
Gabe's a big, real experienced baseball player. I think growing up, Gabe's played in a lot of AAU, Summer League baseball. I would say up until the fall, I would have said baseball's his thing. But man, did he have a great football season. And
a few of these baseball guys had pretty good football seasons. Trent Burchanowski was another one.
That's right. I would have said Trent was a baseball player and a wrestler, and Now I think he's really good at all three.
Yeah, he's really good. So Gabe tried to plead his case there. They rung him up on another strike, but that was a close call. He was trying to plead his case to the home plate umpire, but no good. So little fister down the first baseline. First baseman makes a heck of a nice play. That was a pretty hard hit ball down the right down the baseline. He did advance the runner over, so we got Bryce over on second now. Like I said, that would have going to be right between the first baseman and the bag, and the first baseman did a nice job there.
Yeah, that was a really nice play because first baseman's left-handed, so that was a backhand for him, but really nice play. But it did advance Bryce to second. So now he's in scoring position for Micah.
Micah Willink coming up, takes one outside. 1 ball, no strikes for Micah. Still Aiden Kennedy on the mound for Southwestern here.
CSP, a relatively young team. If you look at their 9 starters, really only have 2 seniors, Micah and Curtis, and so relatively
big group of modified kids coming up too.
Yeah,
so there's a
right.
bunch of kids in the program, which is fantastic. Line drive hit by Micah to center field, and he dropped it, but I think they're going to say it's on the exchange. So
yeah,
that was a line driver, and he caught it, but he was on the exchange. So that's going to be a line drive out for Micah, but that does not move Bryce over because that ball was hit so hard, Bryce was kind of caught, didn't know what to do.
Yeah, really hard hit, and the kid didn't have to move a lot. Unfortunately, we don't think we have that on camera. We're trying to get as much of the field as possible, but that was a line drive. Kid really didn't have to move much, and fortunately for him, he is just tall enough to get it. Because had it gone over his head, it would have been a problem.
1 ball, 1 strike to Curtis Olson. Yep. Or excuse me, no, that's just 1 strike now. Curtis, they tried to throw back to Bryce, see if they can catch him sleeping, but there was no play to the plate at that one, and Bryce was back safely. So 0-1 to Curtis. Another breaking ball in for another strike on the inside part of the plate.
2 outs here with two strikes. Guy on second want to protect, get that ball in play, but be swinging at anything that's close here.
Good eye there by Curtis. Another breaking ball in the dirt. Nice job by the catcher to keep that one in front of him. Bryce had thoughts of going to third base, but that ball just nice and softly landed in front of the catcher. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Curtis Olson. Ball high. 2-2. 2 outs.
And Aiden's doing the right thing here. He was up 0-2. You really, ideally, you don't want to give the batter a strike for those next 2 pitches. See if you can get him to chase. Now he's got to come with 1 here.
And he doesn't. Another curveball, misses high and inside. Curtis just gently ducks under it. That was on his way to heading to the fence almost. So when he was up 2-0, now he's evened it up here at 3-2. So the payoff pitch coming. A little nubber. It's going to be trouble.
That is going to be trouble.
Safe. That was kind of a hardly hit, that thing, and it landed between the second baseman and the pitcher, but in no man's land there. And Curtis got on his horse and got down the line, and he got himself an infield hit. Got Bryce over to third base.
Yeah, that ball had a little bit of English on it. As soon as that hit the infield and the grass, it just died, which made it even more difficult for that shortstop.
Ball on the inside to Trent Burchanowski.
Good guy to have up in this position. Experienced, won't chase anything bad, and puts the ball in play. So that's really what we want right now.
This one's going to be a really high pop fly. It's kind of making its way between the second baseman. He makes his way behind second base and puts him out. So that's going to be a pop out for Trent Burchanowski for the third out for the CSP Wolfpack for this inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. That's still going to leave, and I got a scoring update. Pat Catney says it's 3-0. So I think 3-0 in the first inning. We went up, and that's the way it stays.
Yeah, so we'll 3-0 CSP heading into the bottom of the third.
Bottom half of the third.
And Southwestern's will lead off with the top of their order as we come up here.
Support for Wolfpack baseball coverage on the Channel 98.9 Sports Stream is provided by Countertop Solutions and Climber. Go Wolfpack from Countertop Solutions. This broadcast on the Channel 98.9 Lictus Oil and Propane Sports Stream is brought to you in part by Custom Shipping Products located at 8661 Knowlton Road in Climber. Custom Shipping Products is a provider of custom new and reconditioned pallets, crates, and boxes for shipping, warehousing, and packaging applications. Phone 716-355-4437. Coverage of CSP Wolfpack Baseball play-by-play is provided in part by Damon Energy. Since 2019, Damon Energy has been serving southwestern New York and northwestern PA with energy solutions for your residential and business needs. The Power Perks Rewards Program, as well as the Free Energy Program, are available for both electricity and natural gas. More info at damonenergy.com or give Craig a call at 716-490-7694. Best of luck to the Wolfpack from Damon Energy.
So we a couple things, just a couple house cleaning things. If you're listening to us or watching us on Facebook, drop us a line and let us know where you're listening from. That was one of the nice things during football season is we had people from West Virginia and Texas and Wisconsin and various parts of the country taking in the game. So if you're listening or watching, feel free to post in the comment section where you're listening from. And I think, Brian, we've got a pitching change here. Looks like Blake Kopta is going to shift from first to pitching, and Curtis is then going to take his spot at third base.
And that's certainly expected. Curtis was certainly had no problem pitching, the first game and the fact that we don't want to blow through anybody's arm here in the very first inning or the first game. So let's not do anything crazy here, and we'll just get through.
Yeah, particularly with a 3-0 lead in a non-league game. Let's see if we can put some pieces and parts together to kind of get a good combination.
Yeah, get everybody a little action here in the first game. So first one for Blake goes to the fence, and it's going to be down 1 ball and no strikes to big number 13, their leadoff hitter.
Yep, Max Marshall.
Yep. That one just off the outside corner, breaking ball, just missed. So that's going to be 2-0 to Max. Left-handed batter, top of the order. There's one in there. Good pitch there.
Yep.
2 balls, 1 strike for Blake.
Blake's got a really smooth motion. Same motion for fastball as his curveball. Just really a smooth wind-up and smooth pitch.
Now he's found it. Foul tip back to the backstop. It's going to be 2-2. Once again, top of the third inning here. Excuse me, bottom of the third. Excuse me. A little outside, going to be a full count.
Want to make him a hitter here.
Yep.
Don't want the leadoff man on with a walk. And
there's a ball hit to shortstop. Going to be a tough play. That was a little slow roller, and Austin White did his best to get over there, and not quite in time for the hustling Marshall down the first baseline. That was going to be a tough play.
Yeah, ball was not hard hit, and this is always an issue I've had, but they never change it, and it's probably because I don't know anything about baseball. But I've always liked the shortstop to play in a little bit. Our shortstops over the years have played really deep, and that allows for them to have a little bit, they can cover a little bit more ground, but anything softly hit like that right there, it's going to be a base hit.
Well, and even though the field looks pretty good, it has not been mowed, obviously, and so there's some long grass out there. It's just going to gobble anything up. So the first ball was a ball to the batter. We're looking at Aiden Kennedy here. The second one here was a called strike off the outside corner, so 1-1 to Aiden Kennedy. Marshall on first base, taking a decent-sized lead over there. Blake's right-handed pitcher kind of looking him back. Now he's dealing high, and it's going to be a ball.
In high school, a lot of the kids, as from a pitching standpoint, once somebody gets on base, their attention is drawn to that.
There's a line drive that's going to be hit right in front of Gabe Roth in center field. He one-hops it and comes up with it, but that's going to be a pretty strong base hit to center field for Aiden Kennedy.
Yeah, good at bat there for Aiden. And what I was mentioning was that at this level, as base runners get on base, the pitcher has a tendency to focus more on the base runners than the batter. When in actuality, just focus on the batter and let your fielders do the work when it comes to the runner.
That one was close. That's going to be a called ball, but that one from here looked pretty good. Right at the knees, must have been a little bit inside. And this is going to be Hendricks, number 17, up at the plate for the Trojans. They got 2 on, no outs. First and second base. That's another one off the inside corner. Down 2-0 quickly. CSP Wolfpack again up 3-0, bottom of the third inning. Ball in the dirt. Mike is trying to find it. Bounces off to the first base side. That's going to let the runners all advance one base. So now instead of first and second, we got second and third, no out. And we're down 3 balls, no strikes to the batter. So that's going to bring Coach Marino to the mound for a little pep talk to the team.
Yeah, settle Blake down a little bit. Focus on the batter and see if we can get at this point in time with second and third with no outs. You really want to try to minimize the damage as much as possible. You don't want this to snowball on you. Heck, you might even give up the run on third just to get an out.
Yep.
Here again, you want to think about, if the ball is hit to me, where am I going with it? And with the conference right there, he may have said, "Hey guys, we'll give up the run on third. Let's focus on getting it out here.
Let's not give him a big inning. It's going to be a 4-ball walk." So that's going to load the bases up, and that's going to bring Kane, number 14, up with bases loaded, no outs. Kind of a big spot here for everybody.
Yeah, and when you see a 4-pitch ball, a 4-pitch walk, this kid is more than likely not going to swing until he sees a strike. And now we're 5 straight. So Blake just needs to focus on Micah and the glove and just throw strikes. That's what we want right now.
That one was a fastball, just a little high. I like seeing that. Don't try and get that curveball in there if you're struggling just a little bit. Get that fastball moving and then worry about it. So this one's going to be a pop out to the center fielder, fast charging Gabe Roth. He's got an arm, so he's going to throw, and we got the rundown going between third and home, and that's going to keep everybody where they're at. So we had them in a rundown, but of course, being the first time out here, we're maybe a little unsure on who was covering what, but Mike smartly didn't throw it where there wasn't anybody, and so everybody stays where they're at. Gabe made a nice paw on that, and that's going to be a put out, so that's going to be the first out of the night, or the inning. And once again, bases loaded. Once the base is loaded, one out.
Because having one out brings a little bit more into play here. Ground ball, hard hit to either second or short could lead into a double play.
Yep.
And try to get us out of this. So even having the one out really is beneficial.
And that was their cleanup hitter, and that was a swing and a miss. So this is their number 5 hitter, Gilbert. Once again, their catcher. And so we'll see what he delivers here. CSP outfielders playing straight away.
Good block by Micah there. It's really important to keep everything in front of you behind the plate there. Heck, even in the infielders, anything hard hit, just knock it down.
Hey, looks like dinner just showed up.
Yeah, it does.
Thanks, Joanne. It's going to be a ball outside, curveball missed, and so we're down 2-1 to the batter, Gilbert.
If we knew people were just going to bring us food by doing these broadcasts,
we'd done this a long time ago.
We would have been doing this a long time ago.
And that's going to be ball 4. That's going to walk a run in. Going to give an RBI to Gilbert.
That's not one way we want to let them score there.
No, and that's going to let Marshall score. So he's going to make his way around, and that's going to give them 1 run. Once again, bases loaded, 1 out, and this is going to be a pop fly heading for the Toyota again.
Yeah, quick update on the Toyota over there. We've had a handful of people checking it out, so
apparently we're going to have to go over and do a little insurance adjusting.
But nobody has gotten in the vehicle to move it. I'm just curious how many more times it's going to have to be almost hit to be moved.
And there's more than just the Toyota there. I see
there's all kinds of
Dodge Ram pickup truck. There's a Jeep. We got a couple other Jeeps, an SUV, a Ford. So there's some variety of potentials here.
Well represented.
Yeah, exactly. All sorts of shapes and colors.
Manufacturers are well represented here in Southwestern.
The one common denominator, the baseball leaves about a 4-inch dent in the hood on all of them.
I think we've got a 1-2 or 2-1 count.
2-1 count. Yep. There's a batted ball down the third baseline. That's going to go foul, so that's going to even things up. 2-2, 1 down to the batter, Neal.
A strikeout here or a pop-up would be real beneficial.
Yep. Kind of in the bottom third of their order here. Ooh, he just got a piece of that. Tomahawk swung that thing. That was a good pitch. And he just about got away with that. He just got the tip of the bat on that thing, and it goes back to the backstop. So we'll deal this up again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Blake Hope on the mound. Oh, we got a little unlucky there, I think. That was a hit right straight back to Blake, and he got a glove on it and slowed the thing down, and bounced over toward third base. And by the time we got a fielder over to it, they scored a run, and everybody's going to be safe. So a little unlucky on that one.
Yeah, that's a tough play for Blake there, and unfortunately,
hard hit ball. I mean, I don't know how you do it any different for Blake unless you come up with it, but that was a pretty well hit ball right straight back at the pitcher.
This brings up Jamison Walsh for Southwestern, who popped out to Bryce in the second inning.
Another ball in the dirt in front of Micah. Just keeps it in front of him. All the base runners stay where they're at. So still 3-2 CSP Wolfpack over the Southwestern Trojans. Bottom half of the third inning here. We got 1 out, bases loaded. There's a good pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Want to make him a hitter here. Make him a hitter. Force him to put the ball in play somewhere. Let your fielders.
Excuse me. That was 1 strike and 2 balls. Now we're even it up. 2 and 2.
2 and 2 now.
Read the officials, umpires' hands backwards. So 2 and 2, 1 out to the center fielder. There's a hard hit ball up the middle. That's going to score at least 2. Gabe tries to one-hop it. Keeps it in front of him, but that is going to score 2 runs for the Southwestern crew. And that was a pretty well-hit ball.
Yeah, it was. It was hard hit.
So we got 3 hits, a couple of walks, and 4 runs scored now in the bottom half of the 3rd inning for Southwestern. So that puts them up in the lead now, 4-3 over the CSP Wolfpack. It's going to bring Trower up to the bat. Number 15, big first baseman.
Still double play option. First and second. So either get the lead runner or let's see if we can turn 2 here.
Blake Cope down the mound, get some encouragement from his teammates. Another ball in the dirt. Micah keeps everybody where they're at. First and second, 1 down.
It definitely has cooled down.
Yeah.
In the last 20 minutes or so. I mean, still very comfortable, but it definitely has cooled down.
Spring jacket weather, not winter jacket weather, which is what I was hoping that we didn't have to bring. That's going to be a ball hit down the 3rd baseline, a little dribbler. Going to be a foul ball, so re-rack him here for Blake. Yeah, there was sunshine here when we first got going, and that's kind of faded behind the clouds now, so that's allowed the temperature to drop just a little bit.
Yeah.
Still, way better than snow flurries. Called strike on the outside corner.
I think it was outside. This umpire has a little bit of
emotion. It looks like I was going to say, he got Mike out of his crouch. Yeah. And usually, if they do that, that's not a strike.
When it's outside, he has emotion.
Oh, this is going to be a pop up toward right over top of the pitcher's mound, and that's going to be safely put away by Trent Burchanowski, second baseman. So now we got 2 down.
So easiest base here.
Yep.
2 outs. Brody Larson is up to bat. Struck out swinging his last at bat, and still first and second here for Southwestern.
First one's a ball. Yeah, I didn't get a look who the umpires were here. I can't tell. Is that
Race Bat is at second. Yep, I saw him earlier. I don't know who's behind the plate tonight.
It's going to be a little ball low on the inside corner, working the corners a little bit. Once again, it's a number 9 batter. Just get it in the pipe, see what he can do with it.
Let him be a hitter.
Yep. There you go. Now we got a strike call there. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 down. Runners at first and second for Southwestern. They're leading 4-3 in the bottom of the 3rd. Good ball game here. Breaking ball hit down the 3rd baseline, and it's going to go foul. So everybody goes back to where they were. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. He got around on that pretty good. I mean, that Blake's got a pretty good breaking ball, and he waited on it. He's throwing a little bit of hard stuff, throwing some breaking stuff. So
yeah,
mixing it up pretty good.
Mixing it up pretty good.
There's the put away. Fastball outside corner, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to put the end to the Southwestern 3rd inning. But not before they score 4 runs. So that's going to put them up on the CSP Wolfpack 4-3 as we enter the top half of the fourth inning here. Get a couple more sponsor reads going. Support for Wolfpack baseball coverage on the Channel 98.9 Lictus Oil and Propane Sports Stream is provided by Sherman Livestock at 4150 Sherman Mayville Road. Cattle auctions are held every Tuesday and Thursday. Horse and tack are every third Saturday of the month. More info at 716-499-1362 and on Facebook. Funding for this broadcast on the Channel 98.9 Lictus Oil and Propane Sports Stream is provided in part by J. Edwards Insurance, with offices at 9 East Main Street in Panama and 800 West 3rd Street in Jamestown. J. Edwards Insurance is an independent insurance service providing auto, business, farm, and homeowners insurance. We treat you like family. Online at jedwardsinsurance.com. Best of luck to the Wolfpack this season from J. Edwards Insurance, serving New York and PA since 1957. Coverage of CSP Wolfpack Baseball is provided in part by White Land Surveying and Clymer, providing land surveys for clients in Chautauqua, Cattaraugus counties in New York, and Erie, Warren, and Crawford counties in PA. Phone 716-499-8410 or online at mwhitepls.com. So you're tuned into the CSP Wolfpack Baseball on the Channel 98.9 Lictus Oil and Propane Sports Stream. The score is 4-3 in the top half of the fourth inning here. CSP coming to bat, and we are in the bottom third of our order. I believe Blake Copta is going to be leading off the Wolfpack this inning.
Blake Copta with Tate Catney's on deck. And just a quick update, we're getting some feedback from where folks are listening. We have Wisconsin, West Virginia, and Pennsylvania are on the board. So let's see if we can get some additional states on the list.
That's good. Happy to have everybody aboard here. This social media stuff's pretty cool once in a while.
Yeah, once in a while.
So Aiden Kennedy stays in the game for the Trojans. He's probably approaching that 60-pitch limit, which is 2 nights' worth of rest. First one, swing and a miss for Blake Copta. And a breaking ball. That's going to be called number 2, strike. So one swinging, one looking. He's down quickly 0-2 to Aiden Kennedy. Blake Copta for the CSP Wolfpack. That one's in the dirt in front of the mound. Catcher keeps it in front of him. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, I would suspect that that one there was a ball. I would suspect that this ball is nowhere near the strike zone either. See if he can get outside.
2 balls, 2 strikes. That one had a little heat on it.
Yeah, it did.
Kind of quick pitch that one. Tried to catch him off guard just a little bit. Like I said earlier, Aiden's a pretty good athlete. He's been doing this a while. And there's a hard hit ball right at the shortstop, and he comes up with it. Man, Blake got good metal on that one.
Yeah, it was good. Made good contact, just right to him.
Yep, line out. Gotta start remembering all my little abbreviations here on these things. It's been a little bit.
All right, this should be Tate Catney's up for CSP. Tate struck out his last time up. Takes a strike.
Takes a called strike on the inside half of the plate. Down 0-1. So Tate Catney's a freshman at Panama. He's going to take a look at strike number 2. That one on the outside half of the plate. Kennedy dealing quickly here. And a breaking ball. And I think that was a caught third strike. Tate got a little piece of it, and the catcher held on to it. So that's going to be a strikeout for Mr. Catney's. Like we said, got a lot of youth on this team, so this is good. Ian Dunawald next up to bat, the right fielder.
Ian flew out to right field his last time at bat.
Yes, he did.
So we'll see if we can find a hole in the in the defense here somewhere. Get us a base runner, and we can a little 2-out lightning.
Yep. Well, he's working his way there. He's up 2-0. 1 outside, 1 inside. So Kennedy working out of a little bit of a hole here with 2 down to the number 9 batter of the Wolfpack. That one's going to be high, so he's behind 3-0 to Ian Dunewald. Ian, I got to think, is probably taking all the way on this thing here.
I would agree with that.
And he was, and he walked him. 4 pitches. Yep. Okay.
Now, if I'm Austin, we'll get to the top of the order. If I'm Austin here, I want to see a strike before that bat comes off my shoulder at any point.
See, got a left-handed Austin pull hitter, so if gets a hit, if Ian gets on his horse, we might be able to get him over to third. There's the hit down the line. It's going to come back to the pitcher, though, and it's going to be a pretty simple put out. So going to be a little dribbler back to the pitcher mound, and that's going to be the third out for the CSP Wolfpack in the 4th inning. 4 batters, 2 strikeouts, 1 base on ball, and a little dribbler to the pitching mound. And that's going to do it for the CSP 4th inning, still behind 4-3.
Play-by-play coverage of Clymer Sherman Panama Wolfpack Baseball on the Channel 98.9 Lictus Oil and Propane Sports Stream is made possible by the following sponsors: J. Edwards Insurance in Panama and Jamestown, by Damon Energy, DamonEnergy.com, Northwestern Hardwoods, First Place Auto Glass of Jamestown, Sherman Livestock, by Arlene's Dutch Kitchen Restaurant and Becky's Bakery in Sherman, Triple E Manufacturing, TripleEMFG.com, Custom Shipping Products in Clymer, Countertop Solutions, White Land Surveying in Clymer, and by Lictus Oil and Propane in Clymer, LictusOilandPropane.com.
Hey, it's me, your cell phone. We need to talk about something serious. I know you love me. I know you like using me wherever you are, but I feel like this isn't working out when you're driving. I know you may think that it's possible to focus both on me and the road, but I just don't feel the same way. I think we should spend time away from each other when you're driving. It's for the best.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
In baseball, these are the moments that bring us to our feet.
But the most important moment happens when we all stand together,
United for a great cause. So join Major League Baseball and stand up to cancer
as we stand in honor of all loved ones affected by this disease.
I'm Jordana Brewster.
I'm Candace Patton.
Joe Manganello. I'm Matt Damon. Cancer has in some way touched all of us. Visit standuptocancer.org/MLB. Stand up with us.
Mike Rowe here with a gentle reminder that civilization is held together by pipes, wires, and cables. It's true. There are over 5 million miles of gas lines, power lines, fiber optic lines, water lines, and sewer lines, all buried beneath your feet. And every 60 seconds, somebody digs into one. Look, if you're thinking about digging around, do yourself a favor and call 811 first just to find out what's down there. Trust me, you don't want to find out the hard way. Call or click 811 before you dig and visit safeexcavator.com for more info.
Okay, as we come back to the bottom of the 4th, CSP Wolfpack trailing the Southwestern Trojan 4-3. We got a pitching change for the Wolfpack. It's going to be Bryce Hinsdale on the mound. Left-handed throwing Bryce. Going to be a ball to the backstop on the first pitch. I think Micah probably could have done a little better on that one.
Yeah, this
top of the order.
Top of the order for Southwestern here on the in the bottom of the 4th. So.
There's a ball hit to the shortstop, kind of a dribbler. It's going to be a heck of a play. Yep. That's just a long play like we talked about a little earlier in the inning, or a couple innings ago. You know, those shortstops, when they play so deep, that leaves you kind of vulnerable for that little dribbler. And there's been 2 or 3 of them today.
Yeah. I don't know. I get frustrated about it, but I've learned to live with it because I've seen it for so long where they play so deep. And particularly with to your point earlier, Brian, where the grass isn't mowed, that ball, anything that hits the grass is going to slow itself down.
There's a ball that's kind of floating in the air, and that's going to be played by left fielder Dylan Michaels. Comes in, makes a nice play on that one.
Play by Dylan there.
Kind of hanging in the air, kind of a weird-looking thing, but Dylan put it away, so that's going to be a put-out for Aiden Kennedy. That's a good one to put in the books. Just going to bring up Hendricks. Number 17 for Southwestern. Bryce throws over to first. Good move. We didn't get much of that from the other two pitchers. So Bryce, of course, lefty, looking right at first base. So keeping those guys a little on their toes.
Should keep them.
Another hit. Oop. Had the chance for the double. Got the lead runner.
That was good. Austin did a good job of keeping that ball in front of him.
So we'll give a fielder's choice on that one. Got the lead runner, so that's always good. That's going to be the second out of the inning. So we got 2 down, man on first, and that's going to bring up the cleanup batter, Kane. Looking a little high. He was wanting to take a swing at that thing. He got the bat off his shoulder. He had that thing all lined up and decided to hold off on it.
Yeah, it's if you go through the year, you watch Bryce pitch. If he wants to get himself wild a little bit and off kilter, his ball will be high and outside.
Yep.
To particularly a right-handed batter.
That was a nice breaking ball right there. Swing and a miss.
And a lot of times what he
another breaking ball outside.
When he does that is he's not bringing his arm all the way through. So think of a left-handed pitcher wanting to come down with their left hand, and they want to essentially tie their shoe on the of their right foot. And when he gets a little wild, that's when he starts to short arm things a little.
Fastball fouled back to the screen, so he's 2-2 to the cleanup hitter Kane here. Man on first, 2 down, and gonna walk him.
Looks like it might have hit his foot.
Well, I was just wondering, did they call dead ball? I couldn't really tell. Everybody kind of stood around there, and Mike had to go back to chase it to the fence. So maybe it did touch him, I guess. Had to have been, because otherwise nobody would have been running.
Yeah.
So hit batter.
This brings up Lucas Gilbert, their catcher, who is reached on 2 walks.
Two
today.
walks. Yeah.
Scored a run in the third, but see if CSP can get out of this thing.
And the runners advance. Micah had a ball in the dirt there, so they're going to not even get a throw. So we'll just sacrifice those. Second and third, 2 down. Work the batter here.
Yeah, see if we can get out of this inning.
Foul ball, back toward the Toyota again. We have him back here again. Just remember to park over by the town garage here.
Park by the bus garage.
Another one fouled back. Bryce quickly up. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the hitter Gilbert. Yeah, CSP Wolfpack, we didn't talk about this yet, but we're going to be playing a Class D schedule this year. So that's why this is a non-league game for us. Another foul to the fence. So the Southwestern and the Portvilles and the Gwandas of the world can just go ahead and play amongst themselves, and we're going to be out of that this year because they got some pretty good baseball in that particular division. And Class D has actually got some pretty good baseball too.
Yeah, Frewsburg, I'm assuming, is in our division.
Yep.
They usually have a pretty good program. Pine Valley usually has a good program.
Catlettle Valley.
Westfield.
Yeah. So there's going to be a lot of baseball to be played this year. So Casadega Valley usually has a pretty good Stockwell Lake. Okay, Bryce back at the pitcher. Bryce knocks it down and again has to go chase it, but gets the job done. We got to put out at first base on the 1-3 back to the pitcher. So that's going to end the inning for the Southwestern Trojans.
Good inning.
1 hit.
There. Good inning there.
No runs, no errors. So yeah, pretty efficient inning. Really efficient there. He kind of worked a little bit on those last couple batters, but after that, he was just dealing pretty good. So coming into the top half of the fifth inning here, and we'll be back.
Play-by-play coverage of Clymer Schumann Panama Wolfpack Baseball on the Channel 98.9 Lictus Oil and Propane Sports Stream is made possible by the following sponsors: J. Edwards Insurance in Panama and Jamestown, by Damon Energy, DamonEnergy.com, Northwestern Hardwoods, First Place Auto Glass of Jamestown, Sherman Livestock, by Arlene's Dutch Kitchen Restaurant and Becky's Bakery in Sherman, Triple E Manufacturing, TripleEMFG.com, Custom Shipping Products in Clymer, Countertop Solutions, White Land Surveying in Clymer, and by Lictus Oil and Propane in Clymer, LictusOilandPropane.com.
Did you get a call or message that mentioned Social Security that made you feel threatened or scared? That is not the Social Security Administration. Social Security will not threaten you, press you for personal information, or demand instant payment. Social Security does not accept payments by gift card, prepaid debit card, internet currency, or by mailing cash. Criminals use these forms of payment because they are hard to trace. Don't fall for it. Hang up, ignore them. Report this criminal activity to oig.ssa.gov.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
In baseball, these are the moments that bring us to our feet.
But the most important moment happens when we all stand together.
United for a great cause.
So join Major League Baseball and stand up to cancer
as we stand in honor of all loved ones affected by this disease.
I'm Jordana Brewster.
I'm Candace Patton.
Joe Manganello.
I'm Matt Damon. Cancer has in some way touched all of us.
Visit standuptocancer.org/MLB.
Stand up with us.
Mike Rowe here with a gentle reminder that civilization is held together by pipes, wires, and cables. It's true. There are over 5 million miles of gas lines, power lines, fiber optic lines, water lines, and sewer lines, all buried beneath your feet. And every 60 seconds, somebody digs into one. Look, if you're thinking about digging around, do yourself a favor and call 811 first, just to find out what's down there. Trust me, you don't want to find out the hard way. Call or click 811 before you dig and visit safeexcavator.com for more info.
All right, we're back here. Southwestern sticking with Aiden Kennedy on the mound. And Brian and I were talking during the break. He's got to be north of 66 pitches, I would think, which is where one of the break-off points is. And leading off for CSP is number 12, Bryce Hinsdale.
Another hard hit ball for Bryce. Going to be pushing the center fielder over. Can't make the play. So that's going to fall in there. And Bryce is going to have himself a stand-up double. Heck of a day at the plate for Bryce Hinsdale. 2 doubles and a single so far. And another well-hit ball.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Lead-off double.
Lead-off double.
We like those. That's going to bring up...
Particularly when you're down 4-3.
Yep.
So
now it opens up the options a lot. Gabe Roth to the plate. Gabe takes a look at strike one on the outside corner, looking.
Bryce wants to be smart here. No, we don't want to be picked off, particularly late in the game.
And there's one to the screen, so that's going to be a stand-up no throw to third base for Bryce, so that makes that a lot easier. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Gabe Roth, the batter, and he's going to advance Bryce Hinsdale over to third base after his leadoff double.
Now, same thing here, Brian, that I was talking about on the defensive side. On the offensive side, Bryce needs to be thinking, listening to his coach at third about, okay, what
and that's going to be a pop-up just in front of the catcher for Gabe Roth, and Aiden Kennedy is going to put him away, so that's going to be pop out, and that's going to be the first out for the CSP Wolfpack.
So what Bryson wants to be doing at third is, number one, he wants to be paying attention to the third base coach, but be thinking about where this ball's hit, where do I want to go? There's a base.
Oh, it's right at him, but that should be deep enough for a sac fly. The ball's on its way in, but that's going to be a stand-up sac fly.
Yep.
Micah got him over. So that will be definitely good enough to score Bryce, and a sac fly for Micah. A little small ball again, like we talked about earlier.
Yeah, we'll give up the out to get the run for sure, particularly in a 4-3 game. Now it's 4-4.
Yep. So it's 2 down here in the top of the 5th inning, and that's going to bring Curtis Olson up. Sure, going to take one. Looking right down the middle. That's a nice pitch right there by Aiden Kennedy. Probably a little hot under the collar.
Yeah, he may be.
Yeah. There's a little golf swing. That's going to be a little trouble. Curtis working his way down the line, gets himself an infield hit. Tough play once again. That's longer grass on the infield. Goes both ways, folks. Southwestern's guys, second baseman the shortstop came over and had to make the play there and couldn't get there fast enough. So that's going to give Curtis an infield hit.
I might start keeping track of how many base hits teams get because the shortstop's playing so deep.
Yeah. Apparently, CSP coaching staff and the Southwestern coaching staff went to the same clinic.
Yeah.
And that one is a pop out to the deep playing shortstop for the Southwestern Trojans. So that's going to have Trent be the third out of the inning. But not before the damage was done, and that ties the ball game back up 4-4, bottom of the 5th. Heck of a good way to kind of get our season started here. So,
yeah, this is good. This is good experience for the kids. You want to be in tight games. This will help as we go through league play throughout the year.
Yep. And we'll be right back.
Play-by-play coverage of Clymer-Schumann Panama Wolfpack Baseball on the Channel 98.9 Lictus Oil and Propane Sports Stream is made possible by the following sponsors: J. Edwards Insurance in Panama and Jamestown, by Damon Energy, DamonEnergy.com, Northwestern Hardwoods, First Place Auto Glass of Jamestown, Sherman Livestock, by Arlene's Dutch Kitchen Restaurant and Becky's Bakery in Sherman, Triple E Manufacturing, TripleEMFG.com, Custom Shipping Products in Clymer, Countertop Solutions, White Land Surveying in Clymer, and by Lictus Oil and Propane in Clymer, LictusOilandPropane.com.
Hey, it's me, your cell phone. We need to talk about something serious. I know you love me, I know you like using me wherever you are, but I feel like this isn't working out when you're driving. I know you may think that it's possible to focus both on me and the road, but I just don't feel the same way. I think we should spend time away from each other when you're driving. It's for the best.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
In baseball, these are the moments that bring us to our feet.
But the most important moment happens when we all stand together.
United for a great cause.
So join Major League Baseball and stand up to cancer
As we stand in honor of all loved ones affected by this disease.
I'm Jordana Brewster.
I'm Candace Patton.
Joe Manganello.
I'm Matt Damon, and cancer has in some way touched all of us.
Visit standuptocancer.org/MLB.
Stand up with us.
If you could do something today that could save someone's life, would you do it? If it didn't cost you a dime and only took a little time and could literally save a life, would you do it? Can you believe?
Okay, as we're back here, Southwestern Packard Field, it's bottom of the 5th inning. Bryce Hinsdale still on the mound for the CSP Wolfpack, and goes 1 ball, 1 strike to the first batter of Southwestern, which should be
Jason
Neal. Yep. Right back at Bryce. Line drive. He comes up with it. 1 down. So just like that, heck of a nice play by Bryce.
Yeah, as a pitcher, you want to make sure you play your position, and
that was a quick one.
Bryce did that for sure. So it's good to get it. Good to get up the leadoff guy out.
This brings up Walsh. Breaking ball, just outside, ball 1. Yeah, as we're kind of getting on in the evening here, temperature continues to drop, but it's still pretty comfortable out here.
Yeah.
There's a well-hit ball.
Hit that hard.
Yes, he did. That's going to be over the fence. He got it all.
Yes, he did.
I didn't think it had quite the trajectory on it. Kind of back to the major league days here, but that one did. He had a line drive shot right over the Trojan logo in left field there, and that's going to be a homer, one-run home run for Walsh from Southwestern.
Yep, he hit that. He hit that hard.
I knew he got pretty good lumber on it. I didn't think he got enough of that to get over there. It's kind of a short porch over in left field, though, to be honest with you. They got it built up a little bit there because they can only go back so far because there's a swamp on the other side over there.
Oh, is that what's over there?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Bryce needs to regroup here. He's got the 8-9 hitter coming up.
Yep.
For Southwestern, he's got one out. So ideally, he tries to get himself out of this inning. You're not going to do anything about that home run, kid.
Must be they're going to make a switch. The Southwestern coach is out talking to the home plate umpire for something.
Which will, because Josh Trower, number 15, was scheduled to be up. I do not believe this is him. And unfortunately, the only list that we were given was the starting lineup list. So I do not know.
I got a roster if we can get a number on this kid.
Maybe 22, Brian.
22, Kenyon Davidson. Comes up in the bottom of the fifth. One down, up by one. Bryce, ball one in the dirt.
New batter to the game. He's been sitting for 4.5 innings on the bench. You want to make sure you are throwing strikes to him. Make him a hitter, because he might be a little tight.
Yep. Another one fouled off first baseline there. So now we're going to be 2 balls and 1 strike to the new batter Davidson that's in the game here. Bryce Hinsdale, once again, CSP Wolfpack down 5-4 in the bottom half of the fifth. That's going to be a called strike. Nope, that was that ball motion.
I think that's that ball motion.
That's the ball motion. I don't like that from over here.
Looked good from right field.
Actually,
I can tell you that.
Yeah, it did look good from over. That's why I thought it was that strike. But all right, that's going to be a walk to the newly entered Davidson into the game. So they're going to have a base runner. That's going to bring up Larson. I thought Larson had a white helmet the last time he was up. Did we switch him out too?
This is number 7. So
Yeah.
this would be a new batter.
New batter.
For Southwestern. Bryce is having a little trouble finding the strike zone here, and you notice that ball, if that's maybe tough to see, that ball is high and outside, so he is.
The new batter entering is Lemk, L-E-M-K. First name is Cam Lemk. Big kid, 6'3". All right, Bryce ahead of him now. That was a nice fastball. That was pretty late. Late swing. He did swing at it, but that ball was already in Micah's mitt by the time he got around.
And if you're Micah and you're Bryce and you see that and you see how late he is, do not slow down, right? So you don't want to come back with any breaking ball in there. It doesn't
there's that fastball right there, and this is going to be another one. You just got to think. If Micah's got his head in the game at all, that's what it'll be.
Yep.
There it is. Okay. So that was a number 9 batter. That was a strikeout for Bryce. Good. That's 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. Back to the top of the order, though. This is Marshall. Put out. He had a scoring in the 3rd, and he had a single in the 4th inning. So this is 4th at bat.
Good pitch there by Bryce and breaking ball. Let's see if you can come back with a fastball.
There it is.
All
he
right.
did.
Now, Micah and Bryce, if they were taught well during Little League, this ball does not find the strike zone at all.
Just matter if it's going to be outside or inside, but not in the dirt. Okay, it's all right.
Good, what we would call a good waste.
Yep,
there.
exactly. So he's up still. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the leadoff batter. Breaking ball, struck him out. Good pitch. Excellent, excellent.
Buckled him there.
Good too, yep. Not a lot of complaining, he knew it. So we did get the single line drive home run by Walsh in that inning that put the Southwestern Trojans back up on the CSP Wolfpack 5-4. Top half of the 6th coming.
Play-by-play coverage of Clymer Schumann Panama Wolfpack Baseball on the Channel 98.9 Lictus Oil and Propane Sports Stream is made possible by the following sponsors: J. Edwards Insurance in Panama and Jamestown, by Damon Energy, DamonEnergy.com, Northwestern Hardwoods, First Place Auto Glass of Jamestown, Sherman Livestock, by Arlene's Dutch Kitchen Restaurant and Becky's Bakery in Sherman, Triple E Manufacturing, TripleEMFG.com, Custom Shipping Products in Clymer, Countertop Solutions, White Land Surveying in Clymer, and by Lictus Oil and Propane in Clymer, LictusOilandPropane.com.
Did you get a call or message that mentioned Social Security that made you feel threatened or scared? That is not the Social Security Administration. Social Security will not threaten you, press you for personal information, or demand instant payment. Social Security does not accept payments by gift card, prepaid debit card, internet currency, or by mailing cash. Criminals use these forms of payment because they are hard to trace. Don't fall for it. Hang up, ignore them. Report this criminal activity to oig.ssa.gov.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
In baseball, these are the moments that bring us to our feet.
But the most important moment happens when we all stand together.
United for a great cause.
So join Major League Baseball and stand up to cancer
As we stand in honor of all loved ones affected by this disease. I'm Jordana Brewster. I'm Candace Patton.
Joe Manganello.
I'm Matt Damon, and cancer has in some way touched all of us.
Visit standuptocancer.org/MLB.
Stand up with us.
All right, as we come back on live here at the Packard Field in Lakewood, New York, Southwestern Trojans leading the CSP Wolfpack 5-4, and it's the top half of the 6th inning. And it's going to be Blake Kopta up to lead off the inning here for the Wolfpack.
And Southwestern staying with Aiden Kennedy. At this point in time, you
might as well just ride him.
Might as well ride your horse.
Just as a dad of a former pitcher, I kind of hated to see that coming out of the chute. First game or two go the full length, but they know their kids. And that's going to be a drop third strike, but the catcher's going to come up with it, throw it on to first, and Blake's going to have a swinging strikeout. 1 away. Top half of the 6th inning. That's going to bring up Tate Catney's.
Yeah, I think this, Brian...
Actually, they switched that out.
This may be Dylan Michael?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Dylan with a
up
good
there
rip.
Swinging. This is going to be trouble. This is going to be trouble.
Hey, okay. Dylan hustled himself right down the line. That was kind of a hit ball between the third baseman and the pitcher. And Kennedy comes up with it and wheels and fires, but couldn't get there fast enough. So that's going to be an infield hit for Dylan Michael. Good for him.
Yep. Got up there. He'd been playing left field, but had not been batting. Gets his first at bat and went up there swinging, which is what you want to do.
Yep. So 1 on, 1 out. Top half of the 6th. Ian Dunewald at the plate. First one's a ball. That's going to be ball 2.
Now it'll be interesting here to see how aggressive CSP. This is a number 9 hitter. You want to see how aggressive they want to be to get Dylan over into scoring position as the
Okay, dropped one in there for a strike on the breaking ball.
As the top of the order comes up for CSP, you may want to try to get him, if at all possible, over into scoring position.
Yeah.
So that a base hit scores a run, particularly when you're down 1.
So 3 balls and 1 strike to Ian Dunewald here, and kind of a little chess match between the coaching staffs here. What do? You kind of let this thing wait and try and get a couple guys on. You're giving the green light and hit this thing. Inside, ball 4.
Well, must have been 2 and 2.
It must have been. I missed one.
Now it's full.
Yep.
I don't know where that pitch was, but it looked good from right field. That looked real good. Must have been inside a little.
Yep. That one definitely was. Okay. So now we start thinking a little bit about Aiden Kennedy's been out there the whole game here. He's got to be up in the 80s with his pitch count. And just had a little dribbler hit, but then he just walked Ian Dunewald, the number 9 batter. So now we're coming to the top of the inning. Austin White's coming to the plate. And we'll just see how long that they can go here.
Yeah, see if we can get
work the count just a little bit, maybe.
Yep.
Good swing. Unfortunately, it was a swing and a miss for Austin as Lakewood Bus-Tie Police goes screaming by here. Oh, they're going to say it hit him. I think.
Looks like they're going to have a discussion over this. If I remember, Austin swung at it, right?
I would think a swing deletes.
Yeah, I don't know
how you have a hit batsman, but you do. They're both pointing toward first. He's going to get the base.
Wow.
So that's going to load the bases up with 1 out here in the, I guess it was a hits batsman. I'm not exactly sure what that was. But that loads the bases up.
Yeah, and Southwestern coach wants a little explanation, and I probably don't disagree with him.
Yeah.
I would want some explanation on that, because usually
if you're
swinging, a swing you're
taking your life in your own hands there, whether you get hit with it or not. And it wasn't like an egregious, had to have been the finger or something. I don't know. And it didn't really sound like fat, like it hit, you couldn't hear anything.
So you should be able to use the internal mic on the phone.
Okay. We're back here. We have
See if it works. There you go. Yep, it works.
we've lost power on our battery backup. We've lost power. So while you've been gone, CSP.
Most exciting part of the game.
Yeah, that was Michael Willink with a
Willink,
base hit. And I'll bring Brian in here to talk through. But while you've been gone, CSP Bryce Hinsdale hit a double that scored 2 runs. Bryce ended up, Gabe Roth then came on and hit a double and scored Bryce. So as it stands right now, I got us at 7 to 5 right now.
Yes.
Is that what you got, Brian?
Actually, I have 8. We got 4 we scored, right? Austin, Bryce, Tate, and
Austin
Ian.
didn't score. He got thrown out at third.
Oh, that's right. That's the one I missed. Okay, so we got 3, 7 to 5.
7 to 5.
Curtis Olson up at the plate. Man on second and third, Michael Willink and Gabe Roth. And there's a hit back up the middle of the second base. Going to be a play for the second baseman, but that's going to do it for the CSP 6th inning. But the damage was done. 3 runs, 3 big hits. That leaves the score 7 to 5. CSP over the Trojans. We're going to hang with us. Sorry, the folks listening. We lost our main generator power here, so we'll do what we can. The phone battery is going to last a little while longer, so we got 1 inning left here, and we'll see how things work. But funding for this broadcast on the Channel 98.9 Lictus Oil and Propane Sports Stream is provided in part by J. Edwards Insurance, with offices at 9 East Main Street in Panama and 800 West 3rd Street in Jamestown. J. Edwards Insurance is an independent insurance service providing auto, business, farm, and homeowners insurance. We treat you like family. Online at jedwardsinsurance.com. Best of luck to the Wolfpack this season from J. Edwards Insurance, serving New York and PA since 1957. Funding for this Channel 98.9 Sports Stream broadcast comes from Lictus Oil and Propane and Clymer. Family-owned, Lictus Oil and Propane continues to supply liquids and fluids for agriculture, industry, and homeowners. Heating oil and propane services and off and on diesel fuel services are also offered. The Channel 98.9 Sports Stream thanks to Lictus Oil and Propane for their continued support. And coverage of CSP Wolfpack Baseball play-by-play is provided in part by Damon Energy. Since 2019, Damon Energy has been serving Southwestern New York and Northwestern PA with energy solutions for your residential and business needs. The Power Perks Rewards Program, as well as the Free Energy Program, are available for both electricity and natural gas. More info at damonenergy.com or phone Craig at 716-490-7694. Best of luck to the Wolfpack from Damon Energy. Like we said, we lost our main generator, so we're going to go with our phone battery for as long as it'll last. So.
Yeah, and we're going to caution everybody to let you know that that our phone battery is, as we've been told, can be a little shaky as far as its useful life. So we're going to go as long as we can go. We appreciate everybody listening. 7-5 CSP, bottom of the 6th. Bryce Hinsdale still on the mound.
There's a strike to Aiden Kennedy, first batter of the inning for the Trojans. 0 balls and 1 strike.
And this will be
lefty to lefty.
This bottom of the 6th will be an important half inning for CSP.
Good play by Trent Burchanowski on the second base there. Hard hit ball by Aiden Kennedy right to Trent. Trent got it knocked down and got himself plenty of time to make the throw over to first. Another big out as Aiden Kennedy goes down. Put out 3.
Yeah, this will be a big half inning for CSP as you're right in the heart of Southwestern's order with
2, 3, 4 batters.
2, 3, 4 batters. So.
Ball 1 a little low for Bryce to the number 3 batter, Hendricks. And Southwestern does have a reliever warming in their so-called bullpen here, right in front of us. So we'll see if they bring him in. Looks like he got a little heat if he needs it. A little outside. It's going to be ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike, excuse me. Going to be a foul ball down the third baseline. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As I kick the camera, sorry. Good pitch there.
So Bryce has thrown him 2 straight breaking balls now, and he's kind of waited on that one, wasted a good pitch, which is what good hitters do. Now if I'm Bryce, I try to come back with a fastball here.
He does.
Which he did.
And that's going to be popped up to Gabe Roth in center field. Gabe's got himself parked right underneath it, and that's a put-out number 2 for the inning. Good at-bat for the CSP crew.
Yeah, really nice job by Bryson and Micah working different pitches, leaving the batters a little bit on their toes, and getting the fly out to center.
So we got 2 down, bottom half of the 6th inning here. CSP Wolfpack up 7-5. That's going to be strike 1 to Kane, number 4 batter for Southwestern. Another strike. Ooh, sorry. That's what I get for calling it before the ump got there. Looked good from out here, 250 feet away. That is a swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the number 4 batter, Kane. Bryce having himself a heck of a nice inning here. Get one more.
This batter is behind a little bit. I'd try to go hard at him again.
It's going to be a little nubber over top of the second baseman's head over to the right field. So now they got 1 aboard. 2 down, 1 hit.
Yeah, no, and as your CSP, really no harm, no foul there. The only thing is you're having to face another batter, but focus on this batter and try to get out of the inning. That would be the objective here.
There's a ball hit up the middle. Should be an easy play for the Austin White, Trent Burchanowski duo, and it is. Almost a 1-2-3 inning. 3 putouts actually that inning. So that's going to leave 1 runner on base for the Southwestern team, but that got through the heart of their order, and that's going to bring the CSP Wolfpack up for the bottom half of the top half of the 7th inning, and they're up 7-5. Support for Wolfpack baseball coverage on the Channel 98.9 Sports Stream is provided by Countertop Solutions and Climber. Go Wolfpack from Countertop Solutions. This broadcast on the Channel 98.9 Lictus Oil and Propane Sports Stream is brought to you in part by Custom Shipping Products, located at 8661 Knowlton Road in Climber. Custom Shipping Products is a provider of custom new and reconditioned pallets, crates, and boxes for shipping, warehousing, and packaging applications. Phone 716-355-4437. Funding for the Channel 98.9 Sports Stream broadcast comes from Lictus Oil and Propane in Climber. Family-owned and operated, Lictus Oil and Propane continues to supply liquids and fluids for agriculture, industry, and homeowners. Heating oil and propane services and off- and on-road diesel fuel services are also offered. The Channel 98.9 Sports Stream thanks Lictus Oil and Propane for their continued support.
All right, we got a new pitcher that's going to start this top half of the 7th. Brian's looking at his, I believe this is number 10, Lucas Gilbert.
Yep. The pitcher is going to go pitch.
And that appears as though Aiden Kennedy's going to move to second base. So a little bit of movement on Southwestern's side from a defensive standpoint, and offensively, you're going to see kind of the middle of the order for CSP come up. The 6, 7, 8 hitters, Trent Burchanowski, Blake Kopta, and Dylan Michael for CSP in this top half of the 7th.
Well, and as you expect, starting catcher looks like he's got a pretty good arm on him. So it's like even in the warm-ups. So a little change in pace, a little speed differential from what we saw from Aiden Kennedy potentially here. So we'll just kind of see what happens. But
and what we're looking for here from CSP is some insurance runs. Southwestern's going to be, as they come up in the bottom half of the inning, Southwestern's going to have their 6, 7, 8 hitters, which in a normal situation you might think is good, but their 7th hitter is the big guy Jamison Walsh, and who is proven to be Southwestern's big hitter. So, any insurance runs that we can get here, it would be beneficial.
As the Southwestern team throws the ball down, get ready to start the inning here. I want to thank everybody for listening this afternoon and this evening. Turned out to be a pretty nice night for baseball. So we're glad to get the season kind of kicked off here. And
yeah, we want to thank our sponsors. This is the first time we've done CSP baseball, and we're looking forward to a fun year. And thanks to our sponsors for allowing this to happen.
First batter up for CSP, Trent Burchanowski takes the first fastball and fouls it straight back. It's almost up to East Summit Avenue over there. The Southwestern Trojan coaching staff's moving their outfielders around a little bit after seeing what Trent just did. Backing him up a little bit.
Get out of play.
Yeah, it is. Off the roof, onto the Toyota. No.
The player of the game may be that Toyota.
It could be. Been mentioned multiple times this evening. Whoever hit that foul ball is going to have to go sign the dent.
All right, 0-2 on Trent. Now he's got to protect here a little bit.
And that's going to be a strikeout looking for Trent Burchanowski. That's a good pitch.
Yep, that was a good pitch.
It's going to bring up Blake Kopta for the Wolfpack. Once again, up 7-5, top half of the 7th inning here, and 1 down. And that's going to be another strike. As you would expect, like I mentioned, the catcher, he's got a pretty good arm. Doesn't look like he's got a lot of breaking stuff. He's just throwing smoke.
Yeah, Lucas Gilbert, the new pitcher's got a really nice pitching motion. It's throwing strikes, throwing hard, just everything that you're looking for at this level in the pitcher.
Yeah. The one low in the dirt there. 1 ball, 1 strike. And 1 fouled off. Blake just a little late on that one, but man, that was pretty good rip at it.
He fought it off, and you're going to be late sometimes, and that's what you want to do.
Another one that's popped up. We're hoping it gets out of play. And Southwestern new catcher had a chance to get the glove on it and kind of fell harmlessly out of it. Those catching gloves, good for catching pitches, not so good for pop-ups. They're tough.
Yeah, and
he was right up against the fence over there too.
And it's tough because he's running away from the play. He's looking up. It's just a tough play for a catcher because normally the ball, as an outfielder, the ball's coming towards you, whereas a catcher, it's coming back over the top of your head, makes it difficult to catch that ball.
Ooh, that was looked to be a little on the outside, but nonetheless, the home plate umpire rung him up, so that's going to be 2 down for the Wolfpack here in the top half of the 7th. And dusk is kind of upon us here a little bit too. I'm having a little hard time picking up the ball coming out of the back part of the plate there. It's just enough dark around here that it's getting a little tough to see sometimes.
Oh, I've been there. Is it? Yeah. I've been there.
Half swing, check swing for that'd be Dylan Michael, I believe.
And I'm being told based on the comments that we're seeing in the Facebook that our player, our vehicle of the game, the Toyota, is actually actually Yukon Denali, and apparently the windshield is completely shattered. So
there you have it.
That
first game of the year, we got a damaged.
That claim will be coming through Chautauqua patrons tomorrow.
Denied.
Hopefully,
shouldn't be parking there.
Hopefully not denied.
Ball low, 2-2 here to Dylan Michael, working the count. First time he's seen this pitcher, as all these guys are, as he's new to the game. But Dylan had himself a nice hit against Aiden Kennedy, and a good swing right there. Coming down the line, they're going to call that foul. It was just kind of dancing along the foul line, and did end up running over into foul territory before the pitcher grabbed it. So we'll do it again here.
And I'm just looking back at the 6th inning, Brian, and Dylan was kind of the one that got us all started there in the 6th.
Yep. Where
we scored 3 runs. He got on base with that hit that you mentioned, and worked his way around. So good at bat last time for Dylan, and he's making Gilbert work at this at bat.
Okay, still working it. Full count now.
Anything close here, Dylan wants to try to either put the ball in play, or at least if you're going to swing, get bat on the ball, and nothing else, get it out of play. And just like that.
Working it. Yep.
Just like that. A little foul tip.
Working the pitching count pretty good here.
Staying alive.
Up to 8 or 9 pitches in this particular at bat. So that's good. Working hard. Once again, 7-5 CSP Wolfpack over the Southwestern Trojans. Top half of the 7th inning, 2 down. Dylan Michael at the plate, and he's going to take a base on balls.
Really good at bat by Dylan there. Took some strikes, wasted some pitches, and see if we can get a little 2-out lightning here with Ian Dunwald up at the plate.
Okay, that's a pass ball. Ian took a check swing at it and got past the catcher, so that's going to move Dylan over to second base. So, yeah, we've got a runner in scoring position. And Ian Dunwald is certainly capable. He's got 2 walks and a put out here this evening. There's another little hit down the first baseline. Falls foul. That's going to be, I believe, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. And a ball in the dirt, and Dylan Michael looked for it, but the catcher did a nice job of catching up with that. That bounced quite a ways up the third baseline, actually.
Yeah, good job by the catcher there. Good base running by Dylan by not forcing it. He's in a spot.
Okay. And the fastball got by Ian there, and that's going to be the 3rd strike for Ian, and that's going to be the 3rd out for the CSP Wolfpack. But that's going to bring us to the bottom half of the 7th with a 2-run lead, 7-5.
Yeah, this will be good. As we were mentioning earlier, it's a young CSP team. This is good situational baseball for them. Non-league game, up going into the bottom half of the 7th. puts a little bit of pressure on your defense. I would suspect, it looks like Bryce is going to come back out for the 7th. I would suspect any sort or any sign of trouble here. Coach, I'm sure Coach Marino has got multiple options to go to, but he's going to let Bryce see if he can finish this thing off.
Like we were saying, the Trojans got their 6, 7, 8 batters coming up here, but the number 7 batter is the one that hit the home run last inning. So just because it's on the lower part of the batting order does not mean there's not some pop in those bats.
Yeah, and I think, I'm sure CSP will play this by ear, but to me, anytime you get to the bottom of the 7th inning with a lead, that first batter is very important. If you're able to get that first batter out, it really changes the strategy and the environment for that bottom half of the inning. Particularly, Brian, when you've got somebody like a Walsh, Jamison Walsh, that's coming up second in the order. If you can get him an at bat with nobody on base, relieves a little bit of the pressure.
So here we go. Bryce Hinsdale, first pitch called strike. That's a good way to get started here in the bottom half of the 7th. So again, this is number 12, Neal, up at the plate for the Southwestern. Ball outside, 1-1. Got a little noise going from the CSP dugout. That's always good to hear. Strike 2.
I think that first pitch was a ball.
Did he get me on that hand signal again?
I think he got you on the hand signal. Stay in play. That is going to be okay. No, it's not.
Blake had a tough play there.
That was a tough play. That was
kind of running away from him and trying to look over his shoulder, and kind of fell to the ground. But anyway, that should be a 2-ball, 2-strike count now. We'll take that one more time, except not maybe quite so deep. I think Blake had a pretty decent chance at that.
Yep.
It wouldn't have been about 5 feet too far. All right, ball 3.
Bryce tried to overthrow that one a little bit and high and outside, but it had a lot of pop on it.
There's one.
And that's what we wanted right there.
There's the swinging K right there. So there's one in the books. So now we got one down, bottom of the 7th. Once again, CSP up 7-5 over Southwestern here at Packard Park.
This makes this a little bit more interesting. What I would do here, Brian, is I would pitch to him, but I'm not going to give him anything that's right down the middle. Worst case scenario, he gets on, but I think you need to protect yourself against the home run.
All right, and that's exactly what they're doing. Mike is moving the glove around back there, and they're not going to give him anything that's going to be remotely close to hittable, but they're going to make it look like it is. Yep.
Three balls
and no strikes, exactly. And there's the 4th ball. Good. Yep. That was good. Yep. 4 pitches, all up and out of the strike zone. Didn't give him anything really to look at. So now we got the number 8 hitter coming up, Davidson.
Now, what you got to do, Brian, is you got to make that not hurt you.
Yeah.
So now you got to go back. You got to find that zone with Micah, and you got to start throwing. You got to start throwing strikes. And that's 5 straight balls for Bryce. He's got to find that strike zone again. Because you don't want that guy. You don't want Walsh coming around to score.
That should be a strike. I believe it is. 1-1. One down here, bottom of the 7th.
And these two, this 8 and 9 batter, these guys, they've been up to bat once, but have not been active the entire game. So maybe a little tight.
Pretty well hit ball, but it's going to be right at Ian Dunewald, and that's going to be 2 away. Ian did a nice job, parked himself underneath that.
Yep.
2 hands on the glove, just like we taught him back in the day. Don't let that thing flop out of there.
That's right. All right. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. And we've got Cam Lemk, I think Brian is.
Yep. And that's going to be strike 1 for Bryce. Yeah, this is Cam Lemk, the substitute number 9 batter for Southwestern. 2 down here. Check swing, went. He's up 0-2 on Lemk.
And this shouldn't be nothing, Brian, other than a fastball. To be very honest with you.
Called it outside just a little bit.
Looked like maybe outside, but I would go. I'd go right back there again.
Micah tried to frame that for him and just didn't quite get the call. But, we'll see what happens here. Fouled off.
Good job by that by Cam.
Yep.
Fighting it off. Bryce is going to have a fair amount of pitches, so any longer he can go into the pitch count, the better for Southwestern here. And
that's going to be one in the dirt, and that's going to let the runner advance to second base. Still no harm, no foul here. We just got to work the batter here. Got 2 strikes, 2 balls.
Yeah, they went back to that breaking ball, and I would suspect this is going to be a fastball.
And it is. Struck him out. And that is how you pitch. Excellent job
game
there
by CSP. Good job by Bryce.
Well played game by everybody.
Yep.
I don't think we had an error on either team.
Yeah, I would agree, Brian. I thought defensively we played well. We came up with really good situational hitting, and it's a nice start to the year with a 7-5 win over a really strong C school in Southwestern. They will be that will be a good team. Yep, that will be a good team.
How you doing, buddy? Good to see you.
Good to see you.
So thank you for listening this evening. Worked our way through a couple little technological glitches here to start the day off, but it's the Lictus Oil and Propane post-game show. And Kyle, your thoughts on this evening and this afternoon's game?
Well, I thought situationally CSP played really well. We got hits at the right time.